Hey guys, good morning. No audio hookups today, okay? We're just using the mic on the phone because we're going to be doing this. Once again, Devil's Weed is back, and it's the neighbor's bamboo. As you can see, it's a mess. And you see them tall stalks. And what happens is they grow up and then they fall into my yard. And that's a no-go. So about 2 or 3 months ago, I did a video, and I'll post it up here, using a steel chainsaw, and we had some big stalks to knock down. And so now what we're going to try to do is maintenance, just maintenance. All right, so we're going to go through these bamboo stalks, and we're going to use the Ego 56 volt 24-inch cordless hedge trimmer, and we're going to attempt to do the whole fence line and see what we can get out of it. So again, this is the Ego 56 volt 24-inch hedge trimmer. I'll go ahead and I link to it in my video descriptions, and I'll link to it in the comment section as well if you want to check it out on Amazon. It's nice. It's 24-inch in length. It's got 1-inch bar cut width right there. It is double-sided, so that helps with going back and forth. It's super light, but it does require 2 hands. There's a safety switch here, and you have to push this thumb button here and give it the go ahead. All right, 56 volt battery, 2.5 amp hours, about 30 to 45 minutes of straight run time. We should be able to knock this out with no problem. And I did an unboxing and a review, and I'll go ahead and link to that video up here and let you guys check that out if you're interested. But let me get my ladder and we'll get busy. When it comes to this area over here, I have to squeeze myself between the rope ceiling and get it below my armpits, and then I can work. So my wife and I have decided we hate bamboo. I ain't hauling this shit off. Hell no. So that was a 6-foot section. We got about 50 more to go. The closer you get to the base, the better it cuts, the thicker stuff. Like down here, it doesn't really want to fall in. See how you got these guides? So when you have like a thicker branch or something you're trying to cut through, try to get that branch closer to the base because you got these guides to help put it in. Cuts it like butter. Okay. So you see what I'm doing with the big stuff, right? I'm just keeping it there, chopping it. The little stuff, I got a burn pit right here. Okay. So that's not too bad, huh? So now we just keep on keeping on. Okay, so when I use a hedge trimmer, with this particular brand and also another one that I did a review on, a smaller, lesser expensive one, you have to push the thumb and squeeze the handle and hold this handle. There's a switch here. So sometimes I want to reach, you know what I mean? And I have to let go and I can't. So a little hack for you guys, you know, put a zip tie on this little handle here to hold it. Now, keep in mind, you're removing a safety feature. All right, so be very careful with who uses this tool. If you're gonna leave it for a family member or a child, they can now cut their finger off quite easily because all they have to do now is squeeze the thumb and this, okay? But now, I can reach. Okay, can we go to work now? Sounds like somebody's at my house. I hear my dogs barking. I better go check on that. If you ignore your barking dog, you can only blame yourself if your shit gets jacked. Oh, this is gonna be heavy, isn't it? Oh, there goes the hemorrhoid. Oh shit, there goes the pot. Now, cleaning up as you go helps mentally make the job a little easier. And it helps me give you guys a good picture of what's happening. Look at this. Crazy weed. My wife's garden, she's ignoring this thing. She needs to get in here and clean this up. or I'll be forced to. Did I ever tell you guys I'm not comfortable with heights? Especially ladders. Oh God. Oh boy. There I am. Ooh, close quarters. Hold that for me, will you? Like I said, man, it's the devil's weed. Oh look, I just found a hedge trimmer. I wonder who left that there. See, we have a county like landfill recycling place where we could take tree branches and palm fronds and stuff like that, but they won't take bamboo because they can't chip it. So they won't take it. That's why I'm cutting it up and leaving it here. Free fertilizer. I love how light this thing is. I could just toss it around. No issues. Doing a pretty good job. Cost of a job like this, I don't know, what, $150 to do this fence line? Cost of this machine, what, $160, $170? One job pays for the machine. And then you go ahead and you can trim all your bushes and shrubs and recharge it and never need to buy fuel. Seems like it's working out. I'm not going for manicured Disneyland type features here. I'm just trying to clean it up. Keep it from falling over my fence line. I hate it. So let's take a look. That's the before. That's the after. Oh yeah. All with a very efficient, inexpensive Ego hedge trimmer. It just takes a little intestinal fortitude. Look at the yard. You know what happened to my yard? True story. You ready for this? In the house, we had all white doors, right? And white gloss trim and frame and everything around the doors. Well, we wanted to strip the doors to be bare wood and stain them. So my wife was working out in the garage and she was sanding the doors down, and there was like layers and layers and layers and layers of paint. So she decided that she was going to get this orange citrus paint stripper, and she came to the backyard. And right here on the hill, right by the door, that's actually a hill. I don't know if it shows. She did all the paint stripping. So she laid a very strong chemical all over it, let it sit for like an hour, and then you scrape it off. Well, that's where she did all the scraping with the chemical, and it's a strong chemical. Well, then it rained a lot, and all that chemical spread throughout the yard and killed our beautiful St. Augustine grass. Took us a little while to figure out what it was. I was like, do we have chinch bugs? Then I noticed a pattern coming off of the hill and running this way to where this is the lowest point in the yard, and this is where most of it pooled, right here. And that's just dirt. And it just, the chemical, because this yard is very hard soil, so when it rains a little bit, there's always a little water, and that's the highest point, and the chemical just spread out and killed the yard. So we're going to put down now, probably this week or this weekend coming, we're going to go ahead and put down the winter rye and have beautiful, thick, beautiful backyard. And in the spring, go ahead and resod the yard. So stay tuned. Oh man, okay, so let's just do a checkup real quick. So you see it all over the fence, looking pretty crappy. And then you see it mowed down right to the top of the fence with a nice little crown, kind of nice. And I left the neighbors their bulk of mess, so when they look out their window, they still have the jungle that they asked for. But my side is nice. Mostly bushy now going this way, not too much really big stalks, mostly bushy stuff. I guess we'll move the ladder a couple more times, maybe one more time, and then just do the rest standing on the shed. Really not much here to cut. These people don't even know they have a shed back here. They do. Absolutely covered. I'm good if you're good. Well, shit. We just did that whole fence line on one charge with the 2.5 amp hour, 56 volt Ego battery, lithium ion. I thought there was a way that you could tell how much charge there is. Like I pressed a button and the green light comes on. So I guess that means it's still got enough charge to run. I don't know, there's no like meter. That's kind of poopy. I'd like to know how much charge I have left, but at any rate, I wouldn't put my finger in there. It's running like a champ, like it's still ready to go for a whole nother yard. This doesn't even sound like it's trying to slow down at all. So, man, I tell you, what a testament to this Ego hedge trimmer. So I'm gonna go ahead and blow off the top of the shed. And yeah, I mean, there we go. We did the whole fence line. So like I said, about $170 for the Ego hedge trimmer system. If you already have a battery for something else, you can get the hedge trimmer for like 140 bucks and use the battery that you have for something else. Or you can use this battery, like you buy this for 170 or 180, something like that. And you can use that battery on many of the other 56 volt tools that Ego has. So really nice. I'm definitely impressed. That was a hell of a job, to be honest with you, but not really a big deal because it went through it like butter. So anyways, thanks for hanging out with me today. And I guess I'll see you guys on the next one.